guys, welcome back to another video. So I'm just 2 weeks away from my first HYROX race of this season in Birmingham. So in this video, I'm basically going to show you how I'm getting prepared for my race just 2 weeks away. I'm basically going to be showing you how you should be peaking for your race. So I've just got back from the gym and done the first session of the week. Today was a lower body strength session. Now, the majority of this session wasn't different from what I'd been doing previously. I was still hitting some heavy box squats, did some step ups and some RDLs, still pushing the weights and still working in similar rep ranges as I have been. The only thing that was different about this session was that I finished on a small conditioning piece, which involved some power-based work, some burpees and some core work. This was basically just to tap into some of the energy systems that I'm going to be using on race day and also teaching my body to do some control-based work off the back of some heavy lifting, which again is going to be very similar to what you have to do on race day. Other than that though, the session was pretty much identical to what I've been doing previously. Your training does need to change the week of a race, obviously, just to get in some recovery. This will be known as the taper week, and that's when your volume and intensity come right down just to get you in peak performance for race day. But 2 weeks out, your training won't change too much. And in this video, I'm going to go through each of my training sessions and show you why. So another tip for being 2 weeks out from a race is to listen to your body. That's what I've done today. I actually had a tempo run session in my program, but I've been dealing with a couple of shin issues, so I decided to swap it out for some easy bike. On the left shin, I've got some annoying shin splints. I have had these before. I think it's from doing some fast speed work, potentially in the wrong shoes, but just really sore down here. And on the right shin, I've got this horrible thing. That right there is a horsefly bite. Stupid thing got me whilst playing golf on the weekend, and you can see it's basically caused the bottom of my leg to swell up, and that right there is quite spongy. Feels pretty grim if I'm honest, and it's quite sore, so that's what we're dealing with. Doing sessions like that do really frustrate me. You know, when a session's in the program, I can't help but feel guilty for not doing it. Mentally, I find it challenging. I want to train. It's rare, if ever, that I just completely sack off a session. I certainly wouldn't do it for lack of motivation or tiredness, but I do think there is a time and a place to listen to your body, and being close to race day is certainly that time. You know, I obviously want to do well and I want to achieve the goals that I've set in HYROX, but at the same time, and most importantly for me, I want to enjoy racing and I want to be able to race well and comfortably. And I want the reason that I don't achieve my particular time or my goal to come down to something that I can change, be it my fitness or my strength or my speed, as opposed to any injuries or discomfort or anything like that, really. So if I fail because I'm simply not there yet, I'm totally fine with that. I do not mind doing that. Main priority is just to feel good on race day in myself. So frustrating having to swap out the run. You know, I do enjoy those sessions and I feel great afterwards. Feeling a bit deflated about it, but it is what it is. Hopefully I'll be able to do that session on Thursday, and then I will at least have got it in. So strength session done. Today was a low body strength session with a pull focus. So a big mistake that a lot of people make when they get close to their race, be it 2 weeks out, is they take their foot off the gas too soon. It's quite easy to think that we're only 2 weeks out from a race, there isn't a lot to be gained from a strength and fitness standpoint, and therefore we don't need to do as much work, or we don't necessarily need to work as hard. I would say that 2 weeks
is enough time to potentially lose some of the gains that you've made in your training block. If you are someone that potentially feels like they're getting to race day and they are lacking that initial power and spark in their performance, it could be because you tapered too early almost. I would say 2 weeks out from a race, still hit your training just as hard, okay? A week out from the race, you can start to pull back, you can start to taper. That makes sense to get in some recovery. But 2 weeks out from a race, you should still be training hard. As you've seen in the session I've just done there, I'm still hitting some heavy trap bar deadlifts. I'm almost taking my glute bridges to failure. I'm still lifting some heavy weight, basically. The reps go up, so I'm obviously not lifting quite as heavy as I would. For example, on the trap bar deadlifts, I was doing sets of 8, whereas previously I've been doing sets of 2 or 3 and really going for that kind of max force output. But I'm still lifting heavy. I'm still getting that stimulus. I'm certainly going to be able to maintain my strength and my force through those sessions. I'm still making sure everything is ticking over so that I am mentally in the game ahead of race day.
So running session done. Now, having done it, given the fact that I missed it on Tuesday, I am so glad that I did. That session felt really, really good. It was 7 rounds of 3 minutes at my zone 4 pace, which is 3:54 per kilometre, and then 1 minute at my low zone 5 pace, 3:50 per kilometre, and then 1 minute walking recovery. Actually felt really, really manageable. I do think that is because I listened to my body on Tuesday. I wasn't feeling up for it. I had my shin issues and I wouldn't have got the most out of it. I would have just been putting in the work, ticking a box when it doesn't necessarily need to be ticked this close to race day. So I'm really glad that I left it until today to do it. Felt really strong on it and actually didn't get my heart rate that high either. So that's really good. I think another thing to say as well is when you're 2 weeks out from a race, your volume should start to creep down slightly. The intensity should still be there. You should still be lifting heavy weights and running fast paces. The volume can start to come down. I think that's one of the reasons why that session felt okay to me. Overall in the session, I was only doing about 28 minutes in total of zone 4 threshold work, where previously during the summer months and the off season, I've been getting over 30 minutes at threshold pace minimum. You know, some days it was even north of 40 minutes. So when you come back down to 20 minutes, it feels a lot easier. So main thing is though, I still managed to hit some fast paces, get some speed in the legs. In this session, I was also wearing some different shoes than I would normally run in. I was doing it in my Puma DV8 3s. Normally, I just save those trainers for HYROX sessions specifically because they've got a carbon plate. They're a lot faster, but they are a little bit unstable at times. So I like to save them when I do a HYROX specific workout and I wear some other shoes for my running specific workouts. But I thought in the fact that I'd had some shin splint issues, I'd try the different shoe and it did make a big difference. But I have got another thing that might help my shin splints going forward. And here we are, the new runners. These are the Puma Velocity 4s. I absolutely loved my last set of Puma Velocity 3s. Wore them for my past 3 or 4 HYROX races, I think. So these are going to be my daily running shoe. And then I'll be wearing my Puma DV8s on race day. Alright, morning guys. So today is Saturday the 18th of October. That means that we're just 1 week exactly to the day until Birmingham HYROX race day. So today's going to be my last big HYROX session before race day. Again, a lot of people will probably take their foot off the gas too early when trying to peak and prepare for their race. And they might think a week out from race day, I shouldn't be doing anything too big. Typically, you should be able to recover within a week before race day. So it makes sense to get some stimulus ahead of race day. So that's why for me today, I've got a 55-minute AMRAP, and then to finish with, I've got 800-meter run and 110 wall balls for time. Overall, the duration of the session is going to be very similar to how long it will probably take me on race day. Good thing about this is when it comes to race day next week, I'm going to feel like I'm just doing another Saturday workout. And that's how we want it to feel. You want it to be able to get to race day, know you've put in the work and the preparation. I know that when you turn up, it is just like doing another big Saturday workout, and that will just help you feel like the race is a lot more manageable.
So session done. Last big HYROX session before race day next weekend. It was a 55-minute AMRAP of 800-meter run, 750 ski, 800-meter run, 30-meter sled push, 800-meter run, 30-meter sled pull, 800-meter run, 60-meter burpee broad jump. So I managed 2 rounds and a bit of the run in 55 minutes, and then to finish with, it was 800-meter run and 110 wall balls for time. Now, I have been using the 12 kg ball for the wall balls all summer, but I thought week before race day, I'll use the 9 just to get used to the weight of it, because cadence is going to be different, the rhythm is going to be different. You just want to get used to the weight and how hard to throw it against the target. So I went with the 9 and it felt 10 times easier. Honestly, could not believe how much easier the 9 felt. I actually came in and did 50 wall balls unbroken. Took me a lot less time to do 110 reps compared to the 12. So that's a good sign. Feeling good, feeling ready now. One last long run tomorrow. I think it's about 70 minutes I've got, and then it'll be time to taper. But feeling good. First race of the season. Aim is just see where I'm at and get back into the routine of racing. So looking forward to it. So just out on this week's long run at 70 minutes today. Very easy pace, zone 2. Trying to keep the heart rate between 120 and 130. In the new shoes as well. Feeling a lot better, a lot better. So a good question I get asked is, how long should your long run be for HYROX? Basically, want to build it up to be a similar duration to what you expect to run on race day. So if my current best time is 107, my long runs need to be about that mark. So 70 minutes today is perfect. You should have the confidence that you can go, albeit at a steady pace, for the entire duration. So easy run done, 14k in total, average pace 5:12, then average heart rate 133, bit of green in there because there was a bit of undulation, and you can see there the majority zone 2, bit zone 3, but I don't mind that because it felt quite easy.